It's Monday, March the 4th. I am Clint Lambert. I have the privilege of being the host today of Village in Motion. And I have in the studio with me at this time Jason Healey, who is their assistant director. Is that correct title?
Yeah, assistant dining director.
Assistant dining director, which means that you get all the whatever the director doesn't want to do, right?
That means I get to be part of the administrative team. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
You guys have a lot of things going on, don't you?
We do. First thing is, speaking of dining administration, we are very happy. If you hadn't seen him, Michael Ritt is back.
Yes.
He was gone for about 2 months, so he is back, very mobile, running around, well, moving around the campus, and we're extremely happy to have him back. So he came back last week.
And for people that don't know, he has a total new knee.
Total new, yeah, he had knee replacement surgery, so he is back and feeling good. So we're super happy to have him back.
Yes.
Something that we're kind of happy about, but not is, with the fireside kitchen construction that's going on, this coming week will be on papers and plastic. So a couple things with that, because I've already talked to some residents. One, there's nothing wrong with the dishwasher. The dishwasher works. The dishwasher is fine. I know it's a question a lot of people have.
Yes.
Really, we did that kitchen in 2 phases, and I think people remember that. With that being said, one of the key things that we changed is the flooring in there, and we did a poured floor. Well, when you do one half and another half,
Doesn't match up.
well, it doesn't match up, and also too, one of the key things with this floor is you want it to be uniform and sealed properly, which is really what we're looking for. So we now are at that point where we're doing the whole entire area. So you probably have seen some, maybe, in the PDR, some areas we've moved some equipment and spacing out. We'll be going through that. It's only until the floor sets and cures. They're starting the process. I believe they started yesterday and today, and the team will be communicating what day we'll be able to go back to China. So I know we all want to go back to China, but on the same note too, we want to make sure our floor is uniform, safe. And one of the big things, someone asked me, what was so wrong with the old floor, things of that nature.
Right.
One thing is, and it kind of goes back to Michael, is I don't know a chef who's in their 50s who does not either have an ankle, a knee, or a back problem because of these old tiles, these old concrete floors that people used to work on.
They don't give.
They don't. So our new floors do give, which do help for longevity, and then it also has a grit to it, which is better than any porous tile or anything else.
So you don't slide.
Correct. It does add a lot of traction, which is helpful in a kitchen which has water, grease, oils, things of that nature. So we're always looking at safety, and this is ultimately going to be a safer floor for our staff to walk on. So we're excited about it. Not happy about paper and plastics, but we are going to be experiencing this week. So just wanted to let everyone know that.
Well, we appreciate that. But what it means, though, is they take out the floor that's there now, which is the floor that was put in.
No, it's not a full removal. So you got to think about the floor, and that's why we were down a little bit of time. The floor was repaired, and the old floor was removed and poured. All this really is a overall, we kind of skim it, and then we reset an epoxy on top. So it's not a complete, it's really making sure that it has one universal seal on top.
Okay.
And also too, we noticed the floor we put in, I think it was like 18 months ago compared to this one. The new floor that we put in has a little bit more grit to it, which seems to work better. So we're using that ratio across the whole thing. So it's an upgrade. We're not really losing anything because we need to have that uniform base. So we have the base in place, and now we're going to have that uniform top.
Okay, so it's like resurfacing a highway.
Yeah. That's the best way to think about it. Yeah.
Okay. And it's supposed to take what, a week, 10 days?
Yes. So we're going with a 10-day marker. And then obviously, if it dries faster, sets better, or if they lay it faster, it would be earlier. But we're not expecting that, so we're planning for 10 days.
So plastic knives, forks, plates,
Yes.
cups, both in dining room and cafe?
Correct.
Okay.
So we do have that available. I do know the last time we had it, we had a handful of residents who were okay with the plastic plate, but they really had a
Right.
texture issue, and they brought their own silverware and then took it home with them. We don't. If you want to do that, that's fine. If you want to just use the plastic that we have, that's fine as well. We really are trying to be as accommodating as possible, but really, we have locked doors now. We can't go in. The construction people are setting that up, and we just don't have that ability. We still got to take all of our, actually all of our prep now. Some of the cold prep will be done in the PDR, but we got to transfer all those pots and pans literally to Jefferson, wash them there, and bring them back because we don't have that ability.
Okay. So that's going to take up part of the month.
Yes.
Okay.
That's going to take up part of the month.
Some other things are going to be happening?
Yes, we do have other things happening this month. Very quickly, I'm just going to mention, because we do have other issues going on campus and things happening. One special tomorrow for Mardi Gras, or for Fat Tuesday. So you still have your normal signature menu. We just added specials that are kind of New Orleans themed. So please come check those out. I know we got king cake.
Get all our grease, right?
Well, it depends.
It's Fat Tuesday.
Oh yeah. So you got that. Just a reminder, everyone, this upcoming weekend, the 9th, 10th, you have daylight savings time. We will have St. Patrick's Day specials on Sunday, and that's the same thing. So your signature menu is there. We're just adding some additional St. Patrick's Day items to the menu. Fireside Potomac Cafe will be having their town hall on the 19th. It starts at 10 for Fireside and then goes straight to Cafe for the 11th.
All right.
The other thing too, and I let everyone know this because it's come up question-wise a lot for us. Woodland Skies, why don't I see lamb chops? Why don't I see a petite filet?
Yes.
And one of the things I do want to let people know is a lot of people, a lot's a weird word to say. We average about 1,000 more meals in Woodland Skies in January. We're trending that way. I'll get the finalized numbers today probably of where we ended up for February. I know we were doing close to 500 at night during end of the month. Wow. So we already see trends when we increase those prime items, and we've kind of brought it out to residents, and we would like to get feedback. Now luckily Fireside will be coming online in the near future. So one, those items come back. The main reason behind it wasn't we're trying to take anything away from people, is we just want to feed people.
Okay.
And what we were finding is people really weren't eating faster or leaving faster.
Right.
And so we were having people at the end of the night that we were having to send away, which was its own issue and problem. So we're trying to find ways that we can keep the spread as much as possible around campus. That's how we're successful. So I just want to let people know those items are coming back. We will be doing some specialty items when Fireside comes back online. I know Mark is very excited to change things up, so be on the lookout for that. We are always looking for ways that we can get diversity, but certain items we know when we put on the menu or run as a special, we increase 10 up to 20% of the residents we already take care of in those dining venues.
So 10 to 20% of the more residents eat per night?
Yeah, when we run like a filet or a lamb chop, if we don't run that somewhere else.
Okay.
And that's kind of the challenge with the menu rotating frequently in Jefferson and in Fireside, of people being spread. So one, that goes away. We've had nice increase in the bistro, but at the end of the day, Woodland Skies can sit 198, I believe. The bistro sits about 45.
Right.
So it can only pick up so much volume. So we just want to let people know that. Okay. One is our goal is to get back to everything, and even better, because we're going to have the ability now with that newer kitchen to do new cooking techniques and really bring in some different foods that we maybe couldn't have executed in that kitchen prior. So those are things that we're looking for, just to let people know it's not that it's gone away completely. It's just we're trying to feed people on a nightly basis, and if you're sending people away when you run spaghetti and meatballs, a filet would kind of really hurt it. But if people want to come and eat faster or do something, let us know suggestions. We want to make sure we can take care of the community.
Well, and Ty, who is the Director of Dining Services, announced at Coffee with the Exec that we're going to get superb food for a while here, because of all the construction and everything taking place.
Yes, and that's kind of it ramped up, is where we're looking at and how we add more back to the program. And, to a degree, the first 2 months we saved a little bit. And our goal is to always kind of end at zero. And so we'll be able to put that money back in the program a little bit later. Not a huge change, but it does, a stir fry compared to a petite filet, it's a little bit cheaper. And so with that, I just don't want people to know it's not like, oh, it went away. It's coming, and it's going to be added back to the program. And those are the things we're looking for. But really that suggestion, and I say that too, of a community feeling of, please, if you're done with your dinner, please let someone else use the table space. We are limited on that. We'll move coffee to the lobbies. We'll try to do what we can to help. We don't want to take away from socialization, but at the end of the day, we do want to make sure everyone who wants to go to the dining rooms to eat has that option and ability. And we do know mobility is an issue for some. We want to try to take care as many of the residents in the dining venue of their choice as possible.
And so it's really incumbent upon all of us to be respectful of one another.
I asked that as a team. I think we asked that as well. So we have that going on. We have some sad news. The 11th, which is next Monday, will be Tatanisha Mosley's last day with us here at Green Spring. We wish her the best of luck in her new venture outside of dining, but we're sad to see her go. Yes. We do have a great team there, so your normal day-to-day, you won't see really any changes. Your same managers are over there.
And this is at Jefferson. Dutton is.
Yes, she's the general manager of Jefferson and the Bistro in Hunters Crossing. So that team is over there in place. Across the board, as dining, we have a strong management team. So I will be kind of stepping in as point of contact as the GM. So if you need anything that you would go directly to the GM for, please call or email me. I'll be kind of sharing offices between dining administration and Jefferson. I'll be in both places. But we also have the ability with our management team being full elsewhere, Corey and Troy and other GMs and other AGMs will be able to come in a little bit and help. So don't be surprised if you see someone on the dining room floor at night. We're one team, and we really look at how do we take care of this whole community. And we're sad to see one of our team members go, but it gives an opportunity maybe for someone internal, or maybe we get someone new external. It all depends. We're going to look for the best person for that job. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, sorry to hear about Tatanisha leaving, but glad to hear about the fact we're going to get some superb food coming here very shortly, and that the kitchen will be back up in line.
Yep.
And we'll get new china again and back to normal.
Yes, that's our goal, is to get everything new and improved and back to normal or better than what it was.
Sounds good. Jason, thank you very much for coming and joining us this morning. Glad to have you with us, and always come back, okay?
I will.